Should you really watch Sailor Moon Eternal on Netflix? Let's discuss it. So, oh my god, I've been waiting for this to come out forever. So I went ahead and was able to finally watch over the weekend the last 2 movies of Sailor Moon Eternal, and I have a few thoughts about what I think about a little bit of it. Maybe you guys can talk about what you guys thought about it as well. So let's go ahead and first start with art and animation, which one thing I'm going to say, it is beautiful. I love it. It is so gorgeous. I know when we were first getting Sailor Moon Crystal, especially on the web series, a lot of people were upset because of how low budget it looked and how, you know, we all know that. So now the fact that it was made into a movie, it looks gorgeous. I love all of the characters. I know that they had changed a bit on the design compared to the series to now in the movie, which I am perfectly for. I love it. So let's go ahead and talk about the story. To me, I did enjoy the story. I have to admit, even though I love Sailor Moon, I have actually never watched fully the dubbed version of Sailor Moon Super S. When it was coming out, Cloverway was the one that dubbed it, and I could not stand Usagi's voice, or Serena in the English dub. I would not be able to sit there and watch it. I tried, and then of course it's like, well then why don't you watch it in Japanese? Well, I guess at the time I just wasn't really caring to watch something subtitled at the time, so I never pushed myself into watching it, and I think also it wasn't one of my favorite arcs. My 2 favorite arcs are actually Sailor Moon S and Sailor Moon Stars. Those are the 2 that I really enjoy, and I don't know why. I would think that I would have gotten into Sailor Moon Super S because it was supposed to be more heart-lifting due to Sailor Moon S, how it ended in the Dark Note with Sailor Saturn and Mistress 9 and stuff like that. So I'm actually really surprised that I wouldn't want to watch something that's a little bit more upbeat. And then of course we all know what happens in Sailor Stars, everybody that has watched it. So Sailor Moon Super S is supposed to be a little bit of an upbeat. So one thing I definitely want to go ahead and say what I think when I was watching it, it did feel a little bit rushed. I understand that it was a movie and I think it was like about an hour and a half long, if I remember correctly. So I did enjoy it, but sometimes it felt a little bit rushed in some parts. Other than that, it was actually pretty good. The love story with Mamoru and Usagi, oh my gosh, I am loving it. The 90s version, I didn't really care for their relationship too much. It seemed like it was put on the back burner most of the time, and if they did have a little bit of romance, it was more angsty than anything. It just felt like they just didn't want them really together. What I kind of put that as is like, you guys are supposed to love each other, but yet you don't act like it. So the fact that with Sailor Moon Eternal, I love that they're able to bring back the romance again, just like the last Sailor Moon Crystals have done. So I really enjoyed that. I love the fact that they're actually showing them together, and even there's a few kiss scenes in there as well, so I'm really excited about that. Oh my gosh, so we have to talk about Helius and Chibius actually falling in love with him. I'm actually really happy about this because I never could get into the whole thing of daughter falling in love with father kind of thing. I never understood that. I've seen different anime showing that, and I'm just rolling my eyes of why. I guess I just don't understand. So the fact that now Chibiusa is getting over the fact that she can't be with Mamoru, of course she can't because it's her father, but the fact that she's able to get over him and actually start falling in love with somebody else, I love that. I'm like, Helius, where have you been this entire time? You should have come back in Sailor Moon R when she was having her thing with her father. So I definitely like the fact that they have that romance, and I like the fact that now she's looking forward to somebody else to love. She can still love her father, just not that way. So Chibius is going to have new guardians, except for, as far as I'm aware of, they don't say when. But that'd be kind of a good little spin-off. I just don't think Neoko Takeuchi would like to go ahead and do that anytime soon, because what I understood, she didn't really want to continue it anyway. But that would be awesome to have a spin-off with her and her guardians. I can't recall all their names because I've only read the manga once and watching the anime once. I do not remember. But love the fact that even though that they were evil and then they became senshis afterwards and they said they are going to be her guardians, that would be awesome to actually see them protecting her as a princess. That would be pretty cool. One thing that I'm really excited about is the fact that they did show all the senshi as princesses as well, because the entire show of both the 90s and up to where they're currently at on Sailor Moon Eternal, we always thought that Usagi was the only princess. But then we found out that the other girls are princesses as well, and I love the fact that they did actually show them in their princess attire. So it's so nice and interesting that they actually showed that. The only thing though is I don't think I'll ever be able to say a lot of their princesses' names, where they come from. I'm not even gonna try. But I am really glad that they did show them. They are so pretty in their princess dresses. Kind of wish that they would show them more in that way, but hey, at least we got it. So the last thing that I definitely want to go ahead and ask the question of, since the fact that Sailor Moon and Sailor Moon R and Sailor Moon S were series, but yet this last one, Sailor Moon Eternal, supposed to be Sailor Moon Super S, is Sailor Moon Stars going to be a movie as well in 2 parts? Or is it actually going to be a series? That is one thing that I would like to know, because I'm kind of curious about that. If it is a series, then are they just going to go ahead and make it about 13 episodes like that they have been doing? Or are they going to go ahead and make it into 2-part movies like they did for, what, like 3 hours, give or take? Because really, in a way, they could possibly do that. I would say that if they plan on doing that, the art's definitely going to be a lot better. But I'm kind of curious whether or not they're going to do a series or a movie for the last part of the series. And the fact that we even got Sailor Moon Eternal, which took forever to get, I'm still very grateful that we're able to get something that all the fans have been requesting for a long time. So I'm really excited to be able to see Sailor Moon Eternal. And going back to my question is, should you watch it? Yes. Yes, you definitely should watch it. So if you like my content and you like what I am doing, please go ahead and subscribe and like the video. Also comment any type of things that you have about this series as well. What did you like? What did you hate? Did you feel that the movie was rushed like I kind of did in some parts? It still was really good, but I think that they could have at least made the pacing go a little bit slower in a way, because it was just feeling like boom, boom, boom. Just, that was just me, maybe. But yeah, just let me know in the comments down below. Also set the notifications on the video so that way you know when my next video will be coming out. So I will see you later. Bye!